with the first and goal. Kuhn gets the call. Pyle driving his way in for the touchdown. What a great second effort.
Here comes the, y'all don't really want it like that. Here comes the, y'all don't really want it like that. I said so, I keep big bills up in my heart on the dirty like blood, so ain't got no twist in my head, but I'm still dreadful.
What is going on, Wolfpack? Your boy, the Wolf of Roto Street, rotostreetjournal.com. We breed and feed fantasy wolves here with your Week 10. Wow, we're getting close to the fantasy playoffs. Thursday night football tailgate. Going to answer all your sit starts. Get them on in, Wolfpack. Going to cover all the latest news as well to make sure all these rankings are as up to date as possible for you. That usually takes, just to give you the heads up of the agenda, 15-ish minutes, 15 to 20 minutes. The rest of the time is spent on the last few weeks. We've gotten like 50, 100. We haven't hit the 200. That's on Sunday we usually hit. But get them all in. I'll be repping two great Beverly breweries tonight. We got the Matter of Moons over at Channel Marker Beer. Got my gear from Old Planters. Two great spots if you're ever in the area. The best places to get brews. But let's take a quick swig and we'll get down to business, Wolfpack. Starting with our Thursday night football injuries. And of course, I got to prioritize any questions that come about. And again, I'll get to everybody, but I just want to make sure, get your questions in early. If you have a Thursday night football question, just so I can make sure to hit those as soon as I can, as soon as I hit the mailbag. But we got T.Y. Hilton back. Oh, still not trusting that motherfucker. I know that the Titans, great matchup. Number 2 in terms of points, like the most points allowed, 2 wide receivers. So could this be the night? Okay, sure, maybe. I'm okay letting it happen if he's not on any of my benches, because that piece of trash is on the waiver wire, in my opinion. But ultimately, I'm not going there for my wide receiver 3 needs. But I don't hate Mo Alley Cox as a desperation tight end plug-in. We know Jack Doyle's out. I think Trey Burton is a great play. Now I'm going to pull in my rankings here so you can kind of just get a sense of where I have people and all that good stuff. So with the news that Doyle will be out today, and that's not really unexpected. We've had time to plan for this. I had Trey Burton right here at tight end 14. Now he's pretty close to some of these other guys. Like I'd rather have him than say Jonnu Smith. Don't love that matchup at all. Mo Alley Cox, tight end 18. So you can see if you're in desperation mode, if you're looking for a ridiculous flyer, I actually have a few buddies I kind of want to text and make sure that they ask me for gross-ass tight ends. I think Mo Alley Cox is a good bet for a touchdown tonight. He scores often when they have all 3 of the guys active. It's almost like a lock to score when there's only 2 of them. And his prop is like 475 to score, plus 2,500 to score first. I'm going to hammer those. I know CJ's our prop guy, and I can maybe pull up his props if you want to check those out at Instagram. Go for it too, or Facebook. I love that bet, honestly. And then just where it says Michael Pittman bench trial, like this is one of those weeks, if he's sitting there in your waiver wire, pick him up, put him on the bench, see if he rips it up, because otherwise you're going to be part of that waiver gang that you have to beat everybody else out. He might be nothing, then cut him for another tryout. But we all know we have those spots reserved for like, who's going to impress me this week? And if not, you're sent back. That be Pittman tonight. I always like to have a Thursday night football, Monday night football tryout, get the primetime matchups, and you just see how people do. So I would make sure to check your league. If you have trash to cut, see what he does, because I could see his value spiking. Confirmed, and not unexpected news, but Christian McCaffrey will not be playing. The good news with that is he got checked out by a specialist, a second opinion, a realistic chance he's going to be back for week 11, and hopefully, because that's the Lions. I mean, what is Christian McCaffrey going to do to this poor fucking Lions team? It's going to be astronomical. So hopefully he'll be back next week. Realistic shot at it. But with his absence, Mike Davis, right around that running back 10, didn't do a whole lot in his last spot start against Atlanta, an easier matchup than the Bucs, but I think he could get back on track. Good PPR, but I mean 4K on DraftKings, free square right there. Mike Davis, top 10 running back play. Chris Carson is uncertain to go. I slotted him where he will be should he play, but uncertain. I mean, what happened with this guy? He was a game time decision just a couple of weeks ago, and now it's uncertain to go in the middle of the week. Don't love seeing that. Someone to just make sure you're checking. As you guys can see, close above him there is Joe Mixon. I thought I had a note on. Where are you, Mixon? There you are. Joe Mixon was held out of Thursday's practice, which is very worrisome after the bye week. In fact, I consider him doubtful at this point, so I want to rank it as if he's out. I will, of course, adjust. But let's see where Gio Bernard ends up. I'm getting a lot of questions already, like Gio or Duke J. And honestly, I feel like we want Duke J to be what we've already seen Gio Bernard be. So in my opinion, I like Duke Johnson. We're going to cover him in just a second here. Running back 14, clearly I'm into him, but I feel like I'd rather have Bernard, because if we get a Bernard-esque game from Duke Johnson, we're happy. That's the ceiling. Whereas Bernard, we just need him to keep doing what he's already done in 2 straight starts. So I am worried about Mixon. I like Duke Johnson, and the reason for that, I'm already covering it, so we might as well pull up the note here that David Johnson right here, right above it, of course I missed that, was concussed last week, and he remains sidelined. So ultimately, it doesn't seem like he's going to go. A source told Schefter it's unlikely. Schefter hit me up. Did have him on the pod just a couple summers ago. Hit me up and let me know that your boy David Johnson, no, not my boy, horrible, not expected to play either way. So Duke Johnson right there, top 15, saw a career-high 16 carries in last week, 4 targets. So if we get another 20 opportunities in this revenge game script, I could definitely see this becoming a points bonanza. I'm into Duke Johnson definitely as a spot start. I wouldn't have him. I think I'm a little low here on Kareem Hunt, to be honest, against a pitiful Houston defense. But right around here is where I slot in a lot of those guys. To be honest, I feel like they're in a tier above. Like, I don't know why I have Kalen Ballage this side. Let's fix that. We're going to cover the Chargers backfield. That's insulting to have a player like Kalen Ballage. Why would you sneak in there, you bastard? This tier, I'd say, is more so like right here. That's more so what I like. So I'll be adjusting a little bit there. And speaking of the Chargers running backs, Trumaine Pope practices in full while Justin Jackson doesn't go. So I don't know if I have Jackson even ranked here. I don't. Do I have Pope in here? I do. So I like Pope more than Josh Kelly, probably more than Kalen Ballage. It's a gross situation. So let's call a spade here. The running backs coach said this is going to be a hot hand approach. Let's see who gets it going early in the game. But that being said, like, now that Breida's going to be back, which we'll cover in a second, and just move you the fuck out of here, Jordan Howard, you sick fuck. I like Pope. I mean, the dude saw 10 carries, 6 catches. His last action looked like it churned, just fell forward. To me, it's clear it's not Josh Kelly. Let's get rid of that notion of Josh Kelly ever being a thing. And the matchup isn't that scary against a Miami team. I like that game to put up a ton of points. I love this. Is going to be a fun slate this week. I like Pope. Is he 4K on DraftKings? Like, he would be another one to pair with Mike Davis and get that just min backfield. Like, I think there's going to always be value coming out of that backfield. The tricky part is projecting and pinning down who's it going to be. I think this week I put my money on Pope. We'll see. But let me know if you have a question at running back, because Pope is definitely in consideration for my answer. Kenyon Drake gets in a limited session today. Is that actually a boon? Is that a good thing for Chase Edmonds? Maybe, because last week we got the future role. We got 26 carries, and it was just like Drake, right up the linemen's asses. No getting out in space, nothing creative. Maybe he's better, Chase Edmonds, when you got Drake on the field. You're taking attention, taking those up the gut, useless carries that I still don't understand why they're happening out of the shotgun every fucking time. I don't get it, don't understand it, but hey, it is what it is. I think this would be, maybe a bump down for Edmonds into this range, but like, I kind of like him there at 14 against an easy Buffalo team. I think he'll do more with his volume regardless of whether Drake's here, but I don't think Drake is like a death knell to Edmonds. Now I'm going to add Drake if I haven't already. He's probably already in here, it looks like. Let's get these flowing, Wolfpack. Where are you, Drake? 63. Where are you, Drake? All right, let's find out where I'd slide Drake in. I mean, Burkhead territory? Like, come on. You're not using Drake this week. Maybe. I don't know. Okay, I see Naeem Hines here. Okay, so we'll adjust. Let's get him above. Well, Naeem Hines going to have a good night tonight. Oh, God. Where's do I have Taylor this week, by the way? I wanted to cover that at the top of the show. So, like, a lot of you guys might be asking what to do with Jonathan Taylor. So, you know what? I know this is like a random and weird transition, but that's going to probably be a lot of the questions I'm going to see. What to do with Jonathan Taylor? Where do I have him slot in here? Part of me, there's like the gut that's like, he's going to blow up tonight. This is it. And part of me is like, I never want to fucking touch this guy again. I had him at 27. I mean, what's these reports about like Frank Reich starts the game and he hammers him 6 out of 8 times. He fumbles. And the running back coach has this hard on for Jordan Wilkins and has to keep him going. So like, I don't understand who's calling plays, what's going on. I think I want him a little higher than this. I'm not Fournette's in an easy matchup, but like I want him a little higher than this. I have Taylor and McKissick. That's kind of sexy. I think this could be the night though. There is a very real chance this is the night. The Titans are the defense that could allow it. Bottom 10 against the run, bottom 5 against everything. They're a bad defense. I think Taylor's in a good spot to score. And there is a chance he just gets unleashed. There's also a chance we get Wilkins on the field, touching the ball more often, and me wanting to shove my head through a window. That could also happen. That's probably even more realistic than, to be honest, than a real breakout game. But the upside alone, maybe it's the matter of moons talking, but I think Taylor has a shot. Call me crazy. I would say that's about a tier here. All righty. That I wanted to make sure to cover that, but Drake, you know, I forget even where I slotted him in because I moved the tiers around. Already getting a little tipsy here for Thursday Night Football. Not the first time. Kenyon Drake. I don't want Josh Kelly, so we can move down Josh Kelly. I could see it being Naeem. Like as much as I'm getting high on everything, but on Jonathan Taylor here, it's like it could also be a Naeem Hines night. I'm getting worried about that. But Drake is back, mildly usable. Could get end zone carry should he play. I shouldn't say he's back. He's back and practicing. Might miss the week though. So that's an example of one guy back. We wanted to mention a few other studs that are coming back this week. We got Nick Chubb practicing without his brace. As you guys can see, my running back 5 on the week. Honestly, Green Bay's the easiest matchup for running backs. Houston's right there, though, in terms of rushing points allowed. We just saw what Dalvin Cook did and a great zone blocking scheme. That's exactly what Nick Chubb has going for him. Wouldn't hesitate at all to get this guy right back into my lineups. Love him at 6,800 on DraftKings at probably a low ownership. Most people will be on Aaron Jones, as they should be. Number 1 running back play of the week. Why not go both is my thoughts. Then you can't both have Duke J and Mike Davis and have the big running values, sure, but I think Chubb could just walk right into 152 TDs. He's in your lineup if you're playing him. I have him above Henry tonight. Call me crazy. Call me nuts. Big fan of Nick Chubb coming back this week. We got Miles Sanders also practicing in full, as you can see, a top 8 running back play. We just saw Boston Scott shred these guys. Well, apparently I deleted that as I was trying to click on it. It clicked right on the trash can. But Miles Sanders, guys, is playing, as you guys can see, running back 8 there. We also have Antonio Gibson, dreamboat matchup against Detroit that Green Bay's given up the most points. Detroit's given up the second. And they might have flip-flopped after Dalvin Cook just spanked one's ass and then spanked the other one the next week. Just ridiculous performances from him. Gibson's not going to do what Dalvin Cook did. He doesn't have the role. But if they get up early, we could get another 120 TD type of day from Gibson like we saw right before the bye. Oh, God, I keep telling myself it's only a matter of time, but J.D. McKissick, 14 fucking targets. Why? Why do you draft a receiver, convert him to running back, and then take him off in passing situations? The world may never know. The world may never know, but it'll convince us to do that, and we'll find out someday. I still think maybe it's just my fucking wishful owner bias. As we mentioned, David Johnson will be held out. We covered our Chargers. So let's get on to wide receivers real quick. Alan Lazard. This is like, I got 4 more notes, guys. Stick with me. Like I said, 15 to 20 minutes, and then that's all your questions the rest of the way. But did want to make note, Alan Lazard, who I am like plus 20 right now in the ECR. They'll catch up, I imagine, because he's expected to now play against Jacksonville. Should dominate. So slide right back into the wide receiver 2 role after, last week, Marquez Valdez-Scantling had 2 touchdowns, but let's be real. Like, he's done jack shit. He even in those 2 touchdowns, like he dropped a horrible ball that had Rodgers staring him down like he wanted to slit his throat. Like, it was terrifying, the icy stare that Rodgers was giving this guy. It's Allen Lazard. I mean, I'd have Allen Lazard above Jacoby, right here around the Curtis Samuel range, in my opinion. And honestly, I think I'm a little too low on Curtis Samuel. I own him in Ayuk, and I have Curtis Samuel in. So let's kind of make some on-the-fly adjustments here as we're checking these out. Deebo Samuel, not expected to play. Just wanted to quickly toss that out there. So let me get him out, which should mean a good game for Ayuk. Good Lord. What are we going to do, folks? But I like Allen Lazard, the Jacksonville defense, stepping right in. I also love the fact that Jair Alexander, concussion, I don't love the fact for his sake because he's one of the best players to watch right now, like the definition of a true shutdown corner, has taken elite receivers out of games. I respect that so much. As a fantasy player, though, I love that he's out. That means DJ Chark, fresh off a 12-target day, should get a little bump up in here. Let's get him up to like 16. I mean, 12 targets, 45 yards or something of that nature. I like it. 6,200 on DraftKings. I like it. Like, I like it more than Robbie Anderson. I am really high on Brandon Cook, so that might be where I draw the line. But yeah, I mean, DJ Chark, the worry with him was Jair would shadow him, and if Jair's out, that's going to be huge, huge for his value. I covered just a couple other running back notes, I guess. Matt Breida practices. I don't know if I even have him ranked. Like, let's check that out. Breida. I don't. He might be the highest of fucking the Miami backfield, which is why my question is, especially with Breida now, and like last week it was like, okay, Howard might fall into the end zone, as he did. Classic 16 carries for 19 yards. Like, is there anything more like set in stone than Jordan Howard averaging less than 1 yard a carry? Or like maybe 1.2 if on a good day. Good job, Jordan. You beat 1 yard a carry. Breida would slide in like, I don't know, here. I'd rather have like Burkhead. We'll see what happens with Damian Harris would be more intriguing. Obviously, DJ Dallas could shoot right into my top 18 should he be the guy again. Yeah, this is like, now Salvin Ahmed, like, see you later. Jordan Howard should not be higher than anybody here. Okay, yeah, so Breida's my highest, 41. That seems about right. I'd rather have Hasty, the not so tasty Hasty, but let's just hope you're not ranking and worried about Matt Breida this week. But then I look at the names above him and I'm like, well, shoot, maybe Dover Devin Singletary and Josh Kelly. TJ Hawkinson not practicing, not taking him out of the rankings, but just as a heads up to anybody, because he's my tight end 2 of the week and he's the consensus tight end 2 for the week. The one consistent tight end outside of Travis Kelce might be gone. And now Kelsey's gone this week. So welcome to the bonanza, the carousel this week. Everybody's going to be scraping in the mud for touchdown or bust options. If you need one, let me know. Let's get you some. And we got Devonta Freeman aggravating his ankle injury. So I don't think I have Freeman ranked. I do. He looks unlikely to go now, which would mean Gallman, the less heralded freaking David Montgomery at this point, would be in line to get. He's had over 13, I think over 14 PPR, over 13 and a half points in 3 straight games. I mean, we're not recognizing this guy's actually doing some stuff on the volume he's getting. And Philly's like a pretty stiff, I think, bottom 7 matchup, but it's not like impossible. He did it against the Bucks, Darrell Henderson expected to play, so I already had him here at like 17. I don't love him over like Swift, though. I think that's about right. But he's solid. It's very solid. It means like Akers probably not getting his shot. And last but not least, Tevin Coleman not playing, and that's why I have, or at least not practicing, probably not going to play. Jerick McKinnon up here at the top 20 running backs because of that. Alrighty, folks, right at that 20-minute buzzer, got all the news in, got all the rankings updated. If I missed any notes, let me know just so I can make sure to update these. I'm legitimately, I can't even believe it. Top 5. Well, I can't believe it. I put in a lot of work. I fucking love this shit. So I'm not actually, I shouldn't act like I'm shocked. But the first year in, top 5 right now in the Fantasy Pros competition. And it's because I try to keep them as updated and gut feel plus updates. They're working out this year, Wolfpack. So check them out at rotostreetjournal.com. You can find those updated rankings. You can check it out in our app. We have it. You search on an iOS app, no Android yet. Any developers out there that want to fucking do some Android shit, come on and hit me up. But yeah, thank you guys so much for paying attention to those notes. I hope it was helpful. We got 49 in the mailbag already. We have just about 40 minutes till kickoff. Let's get this shit. Wolfpack. All righty. What up, Wolf? What up, Mitch? Great to see you as always. The most loyal of the fans that's out there. You're the type of shit that keeps us going every single day. Like, I know I'm going to see my man Mitch. I know I'm going to see my man Austin like and share Wolfpack. I didn't even say that at the top. Any likes and shares are so greatly appreciated, especially as we now get into the the question and answer. That's when people want to actually tune in. And some of you guys like to tune in for the news too. I appreciate that. But share this on out with your peeps. Not your opponents, but your peeps. Give it a like, a thumbs up on YouTube, Facebook, Periscope, the heart button. Like, it gets us out to more people, and it really, I just so appreciate it. Thank you, Austin, for reminding me to say it. And thank you, Dylan, for saying I'm on it. I love it. You guys are the best. What's up, Denny Jennings? Knew I'd see you here. Dylan Adams, a regular. Good to see the whole Wolfpack on in. Cheers, guys. Cheers. Stafford or Tannehill for Jose Vega? Good question, Jose. Tannehill just hasn't been it lately. Good player, of course. I have him at right around 10 in my rankings. But man, like I don't know if I feel great about that. I feel like I might be a little too high the more and more I look at it. Stafford, it really depends on Golladay. I don't want really anything to do with him if it's not Golladay. I think I would go Tannehill tonight, Jose. But here's the deal is I'm looking at my rankings and I have Tannehill at 10. And honestly, I'm at like Drew Lock more than any of these guys. I'm bumping Drew Lock up. Maybe it's because he's in a lineup and I'm feeling the bias. But against the Raiders, the dude's hot right now. Let's do it. Tunes, what's up, brother? Tunes, remind me to text you tonight. I want to chat about cutting up videos. We never finished that conversation. And anybody else out there interested in cutting up videos, we have a big initiative. If you have any type of video editing experience, big thing for the Wolfpack. That'd be a huge help. So feel free to DM me at Roto Street Wolf, our Facebook, our Instagram pages, wherever you're at, YouTube. Hit us up if you have any interest in video stuff. But Tunes, great to see you either way. Hit me up also, instead of just video stuff, for the deer, the venison, and the tree. Love it, Tunes. Great to see you as always. Craig Sarno, my guy. What's going on with the blonde fro? As always, start 2, drop 1, half-point PPR, Montgomery, Bernard, Wilkins, Taylor. Oh, you got to drop one. Okay. So here's the deal. It's like Bernard, I want to drop if Mixon's not playing. Now, at this point, though, it seems like Mixon's going to be out. So I feel like you have to hold on to Bernard because, honestly, he's my favorite option of all these guys. So, you can't drop him. I hate Montgomery. Montgomery's a bag of shit. But this backfield is the Colts so hideous. Like, is this the night that we see Taylor break out? It could be. But we know Montgomery's going to get the work, and the Vikings aren't anything special on defense. I think I avoid the backfield, as awful and painful as it will be if Taylor does break out tonight. At least you have him for the future. It's just so hard to, like, I could just say every week, this is the week, this is the week, this is the week, and then finally, like, cut it all up and be like, this is the week, I told you all. Like, but I don't have any fucking clue when he's going to finally take over, if he's going to take over. I know it will be glorious, but he also isn't running like the running back we saw at Wisconsin either. So right now I'm leaning Bernard, Montgomery, and of the two Colts, I'd much rather own Taylor moving forward. So Craig, I'm gonna cut Wilkins there. Austin, okay, real quick, me and Fella, same league guy. I played. Oh, Fella tunes in all the time. I fucking love it. Making a side bet. Let's hear it. I'm saying Corey Davis is scripted and heavy. I think it's a good point. And prayers up to him and his family. Obviously, horrible news with the brother dying this week. Awful stuff. But you are right, Austin, in the sense that a lot of times we see these athletes get scripted in, or also just kind of like have that mentality, like, I'm going out and I'm dedicating this. And they have big games. And I could see that. I really do think Corey Davis could have a really solid week, at least find the end zone. I know our guy CJ, who's money on the prop bets. I think he's like 21-10. Maybe even higher than that, because he had a huge Sunday. I think it's like 28 and like 12 or something like that. Either way, he's killing it. He's big on Corey Davis for a touchdown. My prop bet again of the week is Mo Alley Cox for 1 touchdowns plus 450 or plus 475, something of that nature. And then to just first touchdown, freaking plus 2,500. Okay. I like the boomers. I love going for the big ones. Cam Newton rushing touchdown, first touchdown last weekend. Got it. But I agree with you. I'm trying to think of where I have Corey right now. I have him at 45, and I'm not liking that. I think he should be higher. I'm bumping him up. Because I'm with you, Austin. I really think that it's devastating. Again, tragedy. And obviously the sympathy, everything, because I know Corey's a big fan of the show. But seriously, like I don't mean to like give advice off a horrible situation, but it is true that does happen all the time, where a big dedication. Look at Brett Favre, like the most memorable one, Brett Favre bombing like 5 touchdowns the same week his father passed. Like there's just something in the air, and maybe it doesn't happen, but Davis has been steady all year despite last week's bust. I like it. So your question, by the way, though, let's get to that. He puts up more than Kirk. Oh, I love Christian Kirk, though. My wide receiver 29. So I see your bet. I see the narrative, and it's not impossible. I personally have Kirk a little higher, but I get all of it. I think it's all good points, and I'm glad we discussed it because I think it's important stuff to discuss tonight. Katie Jiggs, welcome, Keen. Good to see you. Pick a wide receiver and a flex. McKinnon, Taylor, Judy, Parker. Not great options, I know. And that's because you trusted the Wolf, and I told you Jonathan Taylor all day, and I apologize. Out of the receivers, Judy, they get the Raiders, and I love that. I love the 14 targets last week. I love the fact that he's been running wide open all year, and they finally woke up and said, let's throw it to this man. I'm going him. I'm going him over Parker. The flex, do I go Parker now, though? Do I go both? They're not horrible options, Keen. I kind of like McKinnon because the Saints have a good run D, but the script, just like last week, should probably call for a lot of pass heavy. And McKinnon just looked significantly better than Hasty. And we know, Mostert's out. Coleman's probably out. I wouldn't be shocked to see like the McKinnon of all these starts, he gets some heavy value. I'm going to right now say Judy, McKinnon. I'm going to leave Taylor on the bench. I know it's going to hurt if your 3rd round pick or 4th rounder, wherever you took him, goes crazy because we've been waiting for it all year. So to miss it would hurt. I can't do it. I can't do it till I see it. Maybe it happens tonight, and then I think we should be secretly happy it happened and not lament if I tell you to bench him. I know you should. You give me the hate that I deserve when he goes off. But the safer plays to me are Judy and McKinnon. If you're a heavy, heavy underdog, then okay, you go Taylor. My man. Oh, I missed Dylan Adams. Sorry, Dylan. I didn't mean to jump you here. Gio and Monty drop Williams. He's answering Craig. Yep, I agree. Although no, I said start. No, I did say start. Well, I did say it because I can't. Again, Taylor's just like, do it, but do it at your own peril. I can't be the one to push you. You can't use me as your scapegoat, even though I'd be your hero if I push you to do it and he goes off. I can't. He's 25-ish, but I can't trust him. I'd rather Montgomery. John Uwer Ingram, Denny Jennings, my man. You got pretty drunk on the broadcast last night, dude. I loved it. Let's get it again. I'm going to finish this one for you right now. John Uwer Ingram, half PPR. Ingram. Eagles the most points to tight ends. And it's not a fluke. Like it was boosted for a while because of Kittle's huge day, but like then tight end after tight end after tight end kept having big days. I'm Ingram. He's cooking right now, Denny. He's cooking. Oh, we already covered that one, Austin. Flex PPR, my man Kevin Ford, Edwards, Higgins, Lazard, Mike Williams. I think Lazard's head and shoulders above this pack. Mike Williams would be the second, though. But I think Williams will draw Xavier Howard, who's been right behind Jair Alexander for like one of the best corners in the league. If Lazard's in, it's him. Edwards is – I'm surprised anyone even owns Edwards, to be honest. We're talking – you're not talking Brian Edwards. You're talking Gus Edwards. That's a little trickier now. It's not – is it Higgins, T. Higgins, or is it Rashard Higgins? Rashard Higgins doesn't belong in this conversation. T. Higgins would win this conversation. Folks, start clarifying the Higgins for me. Assuming it's Rashard Higgins, Kevin, I go, oh man, if it's got, ask better questions. Let's put it that way. I'm going to go Lazard for now, but clarify for me and ask better questions, Kevin. You're smarter than that. Come on, brother. Start 2 flex non-PPR. AB, Rager, Mooney. You have the Broderick, one of the same exact situations I'm in a lot of leagues. Antonio Brown, Rager, Mooney, Taylor, Moss, Edmonds. Edmonds is the lock. And then we get into like, oh, fuck, what do we do? In standard leagues, I typically, non-PPR leagues, go Moss. Like I go the running back. And the Bills, off the top of my head, Buffalo gets Arizona. Not a terrifying run D. I'm going to go Moss and Edmonds here. I like a lot of the receivers, but I like a lot of them to go like 5 for 60. And 6 points versus that's already just a touchdown for Moss, which he's scored 3 in the last 2 weeks. I think I'm going Moss and Edmonds, Broderick. Sit 1. Now, again, Broderick, I better tune in on Sunday because if Drake's back, this might change a little, but probably not. Edmonds and Moss. Sit 1 for my man Craig. Hollywood, Ayuk, Reger, Robbie. It's not Robbie. Robbie's playing. Hollywood's just one of those fuckers. You're going to bench him and he's going to go off. I have Ayuk higher. I have Reger just below him. But I do think Rager comes with a higher floor, which is crazy. Rager, higher floor, but Alshon's going to be playing, and that's tricky. This also depends, too, Stephon Gilmore's status, right? Because if Gilmore plays, he'll probably trail Hollywood. And if he does that, then I probably prefer Rager. Let's do it this way, though. Robbie's locked and Ayuk's locked. Craig, I know you'll be there Sunday. We'll chat Rager Hollywood on Sunday. My man Mitch just traded Dobbins for Watkins. Who did you get? Did you get Watkins or did you get Dobbins? Watkins, that's your Chiefs fan. Mitch, you're a wolf. What has Watkins ever consistently done? Blow up in week 1 and nothing else for the Chiefs. A playoff game, okay. He had a good game, but when have you ever been able to predict when Watkins is going to go off? McColl's looked good. I don't like it, Mitch. I don't like it. Ingram out another week. Dobbins looks great when he gets to work. I don't like it. Mitch, I love most of your moves, but I'm going to be honest. I'm going to shoot my shit straight to you because you're my man. I don't like it. Any further news on Hawkinson didn't practice? Yeah, we talked about it earlier. No news other than he didn't practice. And just have a backup ready. Have your backup plan ready is all it is. Craig Sarno, he'd sit Rager. Yeah, that's where I'm leaning. Dylan Adams too. I love that you guys answer each other's questions. Keep doing that. I would probably sit Rager too. But if Gilmore's active, I'm going to reconsider. I'm going to answer this one, Tunes, for you, and I'm going to crack another beer because it's Thursday Night Football, baby. PPR Flex, pick 2. Shepard, John Brown, Jay Taylor, Sanders, Rager, Ayuk. Whew. This is all a tier in itself. This is tough. Oh man. And Tunes, I have like the same question for myself too. So this is looking in the mirror right now, questioning what am I gonna fucking do? I like Ayuk and Shepard kinda. My question is, does Shepard draw Slay? Or does Darius Slayton draw Slay? That's going to determine a lot about this. Because whichever one doesn't have him, I like. Whichever one does, I don't. You pretty much got to figure out too, right? Do I go Taylor tonight? I think I let Taylor prove it to me before I go to him. He does it tonight, great. I mean, I'm sorry you missed it, but to me, he's like, as Tommy J says here too, I'll come back to your question, but like talk me into him. I'm ready to get hurt again. If you're prepared to get hurt, then put him on in. Because there's a I'd say 68% chance. I'm not even going to give him 69 because that's too nice for him. 68% chance that he busts. Not busts, but like his usual 9 point self. There's a then 32% chance that we get like 15 to 20. That's not bad. I really think that. But I'm not ready to get hurt again. And there's nothing worse than after Thursday Night Football to have a dud in your lineup and be like, fuck. There's nothing better than having a blow up and being like, fuck you. So this is tough. This is tough. I can't do it. I can't confidently, as much as I love him. If he had looked very good recently, it would be easier. But since that ankle injury popped up, he just doesn't look like he's running that hard. I don't love him. So, Tunes, let's go back to you, though. I didn't mean to jump over you. Right now, for me, I don't put Taylor in. I'd rather just let it happen if it happens, and let's see where we go. Initial reaction is Ayuk and Shepard. But I want to figure out if anybody has research on Slayton versus Slay or Slay versus Shepard. That's going to determine a lot. Omar, my man, another OG. Congrats on the rankings, love. About time the sheep recognize the skills. Hell yeah. I appreciate that, man. I'm pumped. I'm fucking pumped. And I'm not going to be overly humble in the sense of I don't think it's deserved, because I do. You guys know I put in the fucking time, the people that have been here a while. But I also still am humbled in the sense of the names I'm next to, monsters of the industry. And to be there in my first year, it's incredible. But we got 6 weeks to go. The Wolf has to either keep climbing or defend the fucking turf. This is not over. Nobody celebrated week fucking 10. I'm pumped. I did celebrate. I fucking chugged my beer, but it's not over. It's not fucking over. We got to get there. If I'm out of the top 10 at the end of the season, what's it all matter? It's a great run, but we got to defend this turf, baby. Jonnu Smith tonight or Hunter Henry? You know I hate Henry. You know it. You know it. But of these guys, the Colts are just so deadly against tight ends. It's I don't know what it is, but they sell out to stop the position. Just to make this one put you in a pretzel just a little bit, I have Henry at 15 and Jonnu at 17. I go Henry. I wait it out. I'm going to answer yours, DJ. I'm going to grab a beer right after, okay? So don't leave, folks, but I'm just going to answer one. I'll be right back. Half PPR, 2. Beverly Boy, my man. Good to see you. Corey Davis, Sterling Shepard, AB, Mooney. You got a lot. Corey, yep. You're playing that narrative, and honestly, again, it feels wrong in a way to not capitalize, but the narrative makes sense. I think I get him in, and then you figure it out from there. To me, I like Shepard probably the most out of these other options, but I have Corey above AB and above Mooney. So I'm rolling that. I think I'm doing it tonight. You get some action, and I think the narrative you're speaking of is true. I'm going to pull up your question, Dylan Adams. I'm going to be right back with a new beer.
People are waiting.
Oh, yeah. Another double.
Oh, my God.
All righty, Wolfpack. Thank you for your patience. Second double. Not a 10%er like that. Whoever was here that Wednesday knows. Send me a cheers right now if you remember that. Put the beers in there. That was in my depressed great stuff. Turn the Tides, channel marker, again, another Beverly. I support local, baby. I was in my depressed Christian McCaffrey not playing state, and it got ugly. That's the drunkest I've been on a weeknight in years. We got to get Hags, my boy, on cutting up some highlights of that one. Good Lord. Dylan Adams, my man. Love you. Teddy B or Tannehill just traded Edmonds and Drake for Zeke. Was it worth the gamble? Dude, oh, man. So here's the deal is Zeke has the worst schedule going forward. The worst. He's been shit. And I don't know what changes. This is a great question, Adams, because I know a lot of people are going to be asking this one. I see it's 8:05, and I got a lot of questions too. So I'm gonna rifle through this, and I'm gonna fucking fire mode. I don't love buying low on Zeke because I don't think it's low. I don't necessarily hate that you did Edmonds and Drake because the Edmonds well is gonna run out soon, and that backfield's been a nightmare. So I guess it's like, okay, let's see what happens, but Zeke's not it for me, man. It's not. The schedule is too bad, and the quarterback's too bad. I wish I could give you better news. Teddy B or Tannehill? Oh, I love the division matchups, and I love well, they're both division matchups. Fuck. So that takes that part of the analysis out. I'm going Tanny. I'm going Tanny tonight. I like him. I like Tannehill. I really do tonight. All righty. Let's go rapid fire. Bob Erty, favorite play at captain. I'm not going to lie, Bob. I haven't even looked at – I don't play a lot of Showdown. It's not my specialty. I haven't looked, but hey, shoot me some options, and I'll tell you. But I would lie. I'd be lying if I told you I knew the options tonight. Tunes, Hawkinson, Gamble with injured toe. Who would I look for? Well, I mean, Mo Alley Cox, but that's tonight. Let me know who's out there on your waiver wire, right? I've seen a lot of Irv Smith as like a 10% owned guy, but Hooper, if he's out there, boom, Hooper, right in. Smash. Let me know who's out there, Tunes. I'll definitely help you out there. Trade away Fuller and Jacobs, received Aaron Jones. Yes. That's a huge trade, especially if you're headed Jose Sierra to the playoffs, because Aaron Jones has the second easiest schedule behind Derrick Henry. The number like 5 back in my rest of season rankings because of that. Love it. Love the trade. Geo time. And again, you gave up a lot. Like, it's a good deal for the Jones owner in a sense, too. You gave up a lot of good depth, but I like it a lot. Geo time again, almost got more out of him than Joe. This seriously, as long as you own both guys. Martin Broadhurst, first question last night. I love that. Curtis Samuel, Alan Lazard, full PPR. Well, let's see. What's that like symbol? Lizard? Oh, Lazard lizard. I was like, what am I looking at? Thank you. I have Samuel higher. I do. Again, the wide receiver 6 since he started this mini explosion hasn't been under double digits in 3 straight. I like it. Hugo, my man, we talk in the DMs. It's great to see you. Stop sliding in and come on to the show. I like it. I'm glad you're finally able to join. I hope I've made it worth it for you. Let me know if you have any questions, brother. Thoughts on Taylor? I mean, the schedule is incredible. We covered that, JMO. I have an article on the site, roastrejournal.com. I broke down the easiest, the hardest schedules, rest of season, and playoffs. We had a great podcast last night all about this. They have the second easiest rest of season schedule and one of the easiest playoffs. It's unbelievable. If he takes over, then it's going to be a monster. So if I could get him for cheap, okay. If his owner's panicking, okay. I just don't know that I'll ever trust this backfield this year, which is crazy because Mac's not even here. So what would this have been if Mac had played? Going off that, Taylor Fournette is RB2, considering trades for both. I'd prefer owning Taylor. What the hell do I do with Mark Andrews? You pray and you cry. He's a touchdown or bust like every tight end. He typically has a better shot at it, but not this year because defenses are starting to figure it out. They're calling the plays at the line, said Lamar. My man, Billy Jiggs. We got both the Jagier family. Which one of you has the trophy is the question. We got to film that. Where's Patty? We got to get on that. It's probably on me. That's probably my fault here, Billy Jiggs, but I want to shame you hard. Everyone else finding out we already knew. Love you, brother. Feeling a Jonnu TD tonight? I'm not. I'm feeling a Mo Alley Cox TD tonight, baby. I'm not feeling the TD because the Colts are so good against tight ends. Could it happen? Of course. He's a great red zone weapon. I do think they'll move the ball. I think it's going to be a decent game in terms of points. A divisional affair, a fired up river. Like, I like it all. But I'm not benching on it. I'm not banking on it, rather. Sean Canlin, what's up, man? I know we've chatted a bunch. Taylor Edmonds comes down to Drake's health. I'd rather have Edmonds either way. Like, Taylor could blow up again. I'm going to just preface every time a Taylor question happens every single week is this. I can no longer sit here and be like, this is the week, and I can't say it confidently. He's literally been outsnapped and outtouched by Jordan Wilkins in back-to-back weeks. That's scary. That's terrifying that a coaching staff would ever spend a second-round pick on a guy and then let Jordan Wilkins outtouch him. But that being said, they did spend a second-round pick, and at some point, he's going to take over. I just can't confidently ever sit here and recommend when that's going to be. And it doesn't come down to Drake's health. It doesn't. It's you go for Edmonds this week. Terrell, too nice. Mike Davis or Gibson? Oh, I have Davis slightly higher, but honestly, after he's been underwhelming, brother. I feel like I want to say Gibson. If the script pans out for Gibson, he's going to go bananas. I kind of like Gibson. I just moved him in my rankings because of that question. Buddy in the chat getting tips. Austin, what's up, brother? Gasecki, however you spell it, firing up in Miami? No. I don't love anything in Miami right now, passing-wise. Like, Tua looks good, but in the game sense, like smart sense, not the Ryan Fitzmagic bombs away. Kittle worth the IR spot? We have 2? Absolutely. I picked him up where I saw him dropped. Denny, you getting after it? I know you usually get after it during these. You better be. Yes, though. 1, because George Kittle. Your locker room presence as a fantasy, just to have him on your roster, your bench responds, your starters respond. That is a fucking presence. Don't ever take that gift for granted. So, yes, absolutely worth the spot. Start 2, JT, Deontay, Judy, Boyd, Myers. I'm going Deontay and Boyd off the top of my head here. Judy's close. I'm going to bench JT there. JT or Gio? I mean, obviously it depends on Mixon, but as we're right now, it's trending the wrong way, so I go Gio depending on your next one. Pick 3, Claypool, Higgins, Ayuk, Parker, Chark, assuming J.A. is out. J.A.? I don't know who we're talking about there. Claypool, Higgins, pick 3. So I got a bench 2. Jair, who we talked about earlier. Chark's in if Jair's out. Claypool's in. Higgins is in. T. Higgins. I know Mike Clay. You're talking T. Higgins. Need to beat my pathetic husband. I love it, Keen. Need to beat my pathetic husband in the family league. If Mixon's out, would you play Hines tonight or El Murray? It's Hines. Gross options, yeah, but I think you go for the touchdown for Hines. Smack that husband around tonight, baby. Brody Roberts, I'm desperate with all the buys. Start Jacoby Myers or Rager. I go Jacoby. 14 targets, 12 catches. I'm in. Do I start Jonathan Taylor in my flex over Kirk, or do I start Samuel instead? I avoid Taylor tonight. Again, every time I say it, you could blow up. Someday it's going to happen. Could be this night. The matchup's good for it. I'm going to wait. I would play Kirk first, then maybe Samuel. We can determine that on Sunday. Let's rest Taylor until we see it. My man Jeremiah, what's up? Miles Sanders, CAH are killing you. They sure are. Sanders is back this week at least, though. Never play a Thursday night football in the flex. I agree, too. If you're going to play Taylor, put him in a running back spot. Never do it. Well-deserved. Cheers, man. I appreciate that, Sean. Quinn Hartman just subscribed, which means a lot. Do not subscribe. Hey, cheers, man. Enjoy your streams. You'll be seeing me a lot more. I love it. And anybody out there on YouTube, we're getting close to that 1K. Quinn, you might be like the next one. A hard-earned sub. Cheers, man. Love it. Come on down. Especially, I like the subs that you earn for the ones that are going to show up a lot. That's fucking right. So if you're going to sub and like make a big deal about it because you're going to show up, I don't want like, I subbed for you, unless you're going to show up. So show up, brother. Ask some questions, engage, and I love it. Because otherwise, a sub's a sub, but a sub that shows up is what I'm looking for. Cheers, Quinn. I appreciate it. McKinnon, Jay Taylor, Duke Johnson, sit 1. Taylor's my sit tunes. Could go crazy. I know. I'm going to say it every time. Could go crazy, but he's my sit. I'd rather have the other 2. Denny Jennings, drop Freeman for Gallman. Yeah, your RB2 is pathetic. It sounds bad. I love Jamal. Breida sucks. Drop Freeman. My Madman Dalvin's your running back 1. You don't even need a running back 2 at that point. But out of all these guys, Gallman's my number 2. Taylor or Williams, I know, not the best. Noah, that's one where I'm going to go Taylor. I haven't gone him often, but that's where I go. Favorite captain play. I know we got that one earlier. Sorry, Bob. I told you, give me some options, list them out, like what the prices are, and I'll tell you. last week, Richie James was the crazy captain, which is insane. I haven't made a lineup. I don't play a lot of showdowns. I love regular DFS, but I'm not a big fan of showdowns. I'm not good at it, to be honest. You don't want my opinion on it. But like, I'd probably go like a cheap tight end, like Burton or some stupid shit. Let's be real. Burton or fucking Mo Alley. Geckel, what's up? Great to see you. Samuel or Mooney? Going Mooney. No, I'm not. I'm benching Mooney. I love Samuel. How do you bench Samuel at this point? No C-Mac? Let's do it. Ridley, Crowder, CEH this week. Wow, tough week. We carry on. That's not Samuel's not a rough carry on though. I really like this guy. Wide receiver 6. He's might be their best guy right at this point. Losing trust in Cook and Thomas. Kamara taking all the targets. Good tight streams. As I've said, I mean, I wouldn't bench Cook for this guy. But if you're like, I just want to get him off, I'd love Mo Alley Cox to score a touchdown tonight. I think I've said it like 8 times now. I think he scores tonight. I've considered benching Gal Goddard for him. I'm not going to do it. That's psycho. I think you roll Cook. He's my tight end 13. I will always say is Hooper out there because he was out there entering the week in a lot of Ebron was out there in some leagues. Graham's out there in some leagues. I have those guys ahead of Cook, but I have Cook at 13. So Hooper, Graham, Ebron, where are those guys? Taylor, or do I hope Sanders is playing, Jeremiah? You're good. Lock him on in. Sanders well over Taylor. Juan Pena, do I pick up? Yes, absolutely. That playoff schedule for Aaron Jones is amazing. But guess what? If he goes down, you got a league winner in Jamal Williams. Mike Davis or Josh Jacobs? Jacobs. Jimmy Graham or Hooper? Hooper. I like Hooper a lot this week. Herbert or Goff? I go Herbert, no doubt. How do you bench fucking Herbert? He's the man. He's the fucking man. Blankenship comeback game for Kevin Wong. I love it. I love a hardcore fan of Blankenship. Good shit. Anthony Acosta, Cooks or Godwin? I go Cooks. I'm a huge fan of Cooks this week and just in general. Kalen Bond going to play the end. Maybe he got sent to the practice squad for a little bit. Then now it's looking like Justin Jackson not going to play, but I don't know that I want a piece either way. Tough backfield. I like Trumaine Pope more. Trade. I can't analyze your move right now because we've got too many questions, Mitch. Hit me up. You know how to find me. Would you start Rager this week? Maybe. Depends on the options, but I think he could go good against New York Giants for sure. Do you think it's worth stacking the Bengals or Rams wideouts? Rams definitely over the Bengals in the rest of the season and DFS and whatever. My weekly question, Allen or Herbert? I go Allen this week. I have Allen 4 and Herbert 5, though, Craig. It's a tough question, but I like a shootout game with Buffalo and Arizona, so let's go him. Judy or T. Higgins this week? Leading Judy. I think I am too. Noah. Should I flex Breeder or Rager? Go Rager, baby. More upside. Bradbury on the number 1 there and Fulgham. Go Rager. Do you have starting lineups for DraftKings? I mainly do single games Monday, Thursday, and Sunday nights and typically lose. Yeah, we haven't done a ton of that stuff. So that could be some good content for us to hit. I like that suggestion. Let's chat more about that, Austin. T. Boyd or Deontay Johnson, full PPR? Oh, boy, that's tough. Boyd gets to Pittsburgh, which is like, ooh, scary Pittsburgh. But no, they've been like top 10 in terms of points allowed to a receiver. So I'm going to go Boyd. I'm not scared of Boyd this week. That being said, I have Deontay 19. I actually have Deontay higher in my rankings. I don't know if I like this anymore. Yeah, Cincinnati sucks. I'm going Deontay the more I think about it. Let's go Deontay. Jonnu or Tunyon? I go Tunyon. I don't trust Jonnu tonight. I don't. They call me Roos, legend. Johnny Taylor or Gio Bernard? Gio Bernard. I mean, obviously, of course, if Mixon plays, we're going to need a backup, but I'd much rather have Gio Bernard should he sit. And then again, Johnny blows up. I'm sorry, but I'm not buying it yet. I need to see it. I need to see it before I buy it. I'm buying it. I'm buying everything about it until I see it, though. I need to see it before I fully go in. Melvin Gordon and Mike Williams. I like Gordon against the Raiders. Great matchup. Lazard instead of Judy or Higgins is also an option. I like both Higgins and Judy above him, though. One wide receiver flex. Chark. Oh, man, we got a lot of questions. Let me try to hit these as fast as I fucking can, Wolfpack. Hopefully there's not too many. It's 8:20. I'll hit all of them. If I missed your Thursday night football, I'm sorry. As I said at the top, get your Thursday night footballs in as fast as you can so I can hit them. So if I missed yours, I'm sorry. I know kickoff's about to happen. I'm not leaving. I'm going to answer these as long as I can, which is as long as they come in. But if you had a Thursday night football one, cheers. I'll pour one out for you right into my mouth. I'm sorry to have missed you, but you got to get here earlier. Apparently there's a line these days, and that's what I fucking love. You guys are the best. One wide receiver in a flex, Chark, Ayuk, Chase Edmonds. Chark over Ayuk. If Jair plays, we'll revisit Ohio, Mike. Come on to the Sunday tailgate, 11 a.m. Eastern time. We'll revisit this. If Jair's out, though, it's Chark. If not, it's probably still Chark, but it gets closer. And then Chase Edmonds, I like. Even though, as I said at the top, if Drake's back, I think it might even help Edmonds. Maybe they don't run him up the fucking ass of their lineman anymore. Either way, I like Edmonds. Sarah Riley, start 2. Woods, Anderson, Fulgham, Jefferson. Woods is my lock. Seattle, most points allowed to wide receivers. Woods is steady. No brainer. It gets trickier. Fulgham will probably draw Bradbury, but he can still do damage. Anderson, their hog. Jefferson, they're all in the same tier, Riley. This is tough. This is a tough one. I don't know. I know I'm supposed to be the expert here. I don't fucking know. I like Anderson the most. I'm going to go Anderson here. That's tough, though. That's a fucking tough one. You always ask tough ones because you have a great team there. Which Brown for flex? Well, what's the option? Oh, AB or John. Here we go. I was like, which one? Both in my wide receiver, like 40. They're literally, let me check this right now. I think they're 41 and 42. Antonio, 40. John, 42. 40 and 42, as said. I got to publish these. One sec, guys. Sorry. My fantasy pros, which I'm crushing right now, I don't want to fuck up. So I just want to make sure I publish this. This happened to me one. Bam. Okay. Got that in. I appreciate your patience here. All right. I promise you I'm going to give you guys, at this point, the game is kicked off, if I'm not mistaken. So I will give you guys as deep answers as I can provide, whatever helps out. I just need to make sure these rankings are updated for everybody that's not on the stream, which you guys are the best that's on the stream. So please hang out. Give me just 1 sec to publish this shit. I really, really appreciate your patience. And if you leave, you leave, and I apologize. All right, here we go. Tua or dude from Denver? Dude from Denver, brother. I go dude from Denver. 3 down, brother. Denny Jennings is getting after it with me. That's what I like to hear. What are the drinks of choice, my man? You got IPA. I got 2 double IPAs, so I'm probably my 3. Your 3 might be equal to my 2 at this point. Sean, start Edmonds, Ayuk, Taylor. We already, Taylor's at this point lost cause. I hope it wasn't him. I would go Edmonds there. Sammy Watkins is a piece of shit. Fully agree, Dylan Adams. Mike Mastek, good to see you, brother. AB, Rager, Taylor. Well, so Taylor, if he's not in, isn't an option anymore. I think this might have been one I would have considered Taylor, but let's let bygones be bygones here. I go AB here right now. I also have to decide this. So, Mike, I'm going to be weighing this very heavily myself. Right now, I have AB. But come Sunday, I might feel differently. So, let's keep checking in. Let's keep checking in, brother. Always appreciate your honesty. I'm not going to bullshit you, Mitch. Love you. Shepard will be in the slot, so Slay will be on Slayton. So, Ryan, that's Ryan's prediction. And if that's the case, then it's Shepard for sure. Shepard's in a great spot if that's the case. Make sure to subscribe and like, people. My man, Matthew Son, I appreciate that. That's hugely appreciated. And yes, again, I don't like to plug the show too often during the broadcast, but yes, any subscriptions on YouTube, that's really where we want to grow the most over this next year. It's our big goal. So if you're willing to sub and like on YouTube, and regardless of where you're at, if you're on Facebook, like pop over to YouTube. If you're on YouTube, pop over to Facebook and sub. The numbers just help us out as we continue to secure sponsors and things like that. I get a lot of questions about, like, how can I help the Wolf? And I don't ever want to ask for money from you guys. Like, that's not my thing. Here's my Patreon. Here's my Venmo. No. I'm going to build this motherfucker, and then I'm going to get sponsors. But to help us get sponsors, we need subs. We need your interaction like it is. I'm all about it. So thank you, guys. Wolf needs yes, appreciate that, brother. Rager, AB, J. Taylor, pick 2. We already covered this one. If it's 2, it's AB and it's Taylor. If Taylor's already out of the picture, then you go your receivers. Do I start Duke Johnson? I'm sorry. Again, as I said it right at the top. Thursday Night Football peeps, get them on in early, because I missed it, and I would have definitely had Duke Johnson higher. Oh, we got some cheers coming up to the broadcast, so that makes me think I need to fucking finish this. Thank you. We got the cheers from Mitch. We got the cheers from Toons, who was there. Week 8, they remember. We remember, says Keith. That was a blast, says Craig. And clinky clink, clinky clink. Clinky clink. Let's get it, Wolfpack. Hey, maybe we'll get another chug in by the end of tonight. We got the game on. If you guys are still tuned in and willing to fucking chill with me while the game's on, then fuck it. I owe you a chug or whatever you want. T-Board or Deontay? We answered that one, Deontay, baby. 10%er night was awesome. I was expecting a repeat once. I should have repeated. You're right. Like, I was depressed earlier, Omar. I expected to repeat for myself, but I've gained some stability, and here's why. We got 16 people still tuned in. That I agree that the crowd was huge and dropped down because the game's on. Who wouldn't want to watch the game over the Wolf? But if so here's the deal, Wolfpack. I have an offer for CMC, and I want to know the Wolfpack's insight. I could get Chubb and Herbert. If I lose this week, I'm done. I'm in one of those leagues that's very competitive, and like C-Max I went all in on the auction. My no excuses. My teams are generally pretty good, but this one's it's my most important league. Should I trade C-Mac for Herbert and Nick Chubb? My quarterback's COVID Big Ben or Drew Lock. I'm about to accept. Wolfpack, if you're willing to weigh in, let me know your thoughts. Jared Cook with M. Thomas, Kamara taking the targets. Mike Gesicki. I go Jared Cook. Mike Gesicki. I have Gesicki literally 2 spots higher. Me too, Omar. Seriously. I had to You know what stopped me, Mitch? And you know what stopped me, Omar? Was that Friday hangover was literally the worst experience like I've had in years. Waking up with a 10%er hangover after like 3 of those chugs, and I didn't stop after. Let's put it this way. I kept them flowing. It was one of the worst morning wake-ups of my life. And I really couldn't fucking do it. That pick on your walls, give me a little tickle in the pants. Yeah, a little Boston. I won this in auction, actually. Unbelievable raffle. Are you a Boston guy, Craig? You in this area? Dude, if you're in the area, we got to have some beers, man. Taylor. Yeah, we already covered no more Thursday nights, but I have Gio well higher about all these guys. Jonnu and Mark Andrews, they both suck. Yeah. They do. Mark Andrews, though. Mark Andrews. We already missed that one, by the way. JT or Gio, again, come earlier. I said this at the top. You got Thursday night. You better show up early. There's a big line for the Wolves questions, and I'm humbled by it, but I can't feel bad if I'm trying to give good answers and I miss you. Slay will probably be on Slate, and this is from a Eagles fan himself, my brother. By the next time I pull up a comment by you, this comment was 8:06. It's 8:30. Danny, if you're not at 4 or 5 beers by the time I get to you, I'm going to be very disappointed. Let's go. Marcos Valdez, another consistent legend here. AJ Brown. I hope you played AJ Brown. If you didn't, I'm sorry, but yeah, AJ Brown's the play there. DJ Moore, AB for Jacob Beatty. Ooh. How do we go to DJ Moore at this point? I don't know. Beatty, we got some time to decide. I'm leaning AB. Burton or Mo Cox? I'd go Burton if I had the choice, but I know that's late. Higbee, Everett, Irv, Dwelly for tight ends. Not good. Irv, Tunes. Irv. Come on, Wolfie. We all know I have the trophy. Yeah. That's the best. Keen. I knew you had the trophy. I'm saying, when are we going to get the fucking shaming of Bill filmed? We need that. DJ Moore or Curtis Samuel? Curtis Samuel at this point. Mitchell James. Fournette or Swift this week and overall? Swift overall, Swift this week. Swift's schedule is the third easiest rest of the season, the third easiest playoffs too. Love me some Swift. Would you trade Zeke for Chubb? Yeah. Dylan, yes, easily, for sure. All the people commenting in that were tuning in, they didn't hesitate because that is a smash accept. I would be you can get just Chubb for Zeke. No, what? Like, that's fucking insane. I'm all in. I'm absolutely all in on that deal. Gio, Fournette, Chase Edmonds, pick 2. Fournette's on the bench there. And I like the Carolina matchup, but those two are too good. Pick 2, Lockett, JT. So JT's not JT's the far and away not an option there. So I really hope you didn't play JT. And then you said you have Duke. I go Chubb is levels above everybody else, Kalen. And Duke is just below Lockett. So give me Lockett there. Chubb and Lockett. AB or DJ Moore? DJ Moore, AB. I don't think DJ Moore is going to be a thing this year. I don't. Fant or Hooper? Fant. I do like Hooper, but Fant. Mixon, Rager, Taylor, Lazard for the flex. Mixon's not going to play, Jeremiah. This doesn't seem. If he does, it's Mixon. If not, well, Taylor should have been in there already, so Lazard, yeah, Lazard's the option here. Start Rager in the flex. Rager's not playing tonight, Jeremiah. I don't know why you keep saying that. Do I start Corey Davis again, Darren? I wish I got to catch us a little earlier. You're probably not tuning in anymore. But yeah, I mean, we talked about it, but the narrative for him going crazy is real. Damn, I guess I got my answer in too late. Sorry. Lineup's locked, so Taylor's on the bench. And I think that's the right move. If he goes crazy, he goes crazy. Good deal. Best of luck to you. Thank you so much. Race to 1K. Fucking beers, boys. Love it. All boys. We got King Jagier, K Jagier, one of the best fantasy players I know. So not all boys, but mostly boys. Yes. Except pull trigger. A lot of people. No shit, Craig. You're a Beverly guy? No, that's not true. What? I live in Beverly. Craig, if you're a Beverly guy, we haven't gotten a beer at this point, then we're fucking like, how do we not get a beer at this point, Craig? You're a Beverly guy? Are you like friends with CJ? Like, is this something like you knew us because of CJ already? Or like, I don't know. We got to get some beers, Craig, this weekend. Let's set a deadline this weekend. We're getting beers. I'm not going to have a fucking loyal fan like that and not have beers with him. Maybe we've already had beers. And if I did, I apologize because you've seen how I get. And as Jenny Jennings says, hit accept and chug a beer to that offer that we already saw. Chubb and Kirk for fucking Zeke. Yes. Chug that beer. Foreman scored. I'm facing Henry, and I love that. I haven't seen the game because I love you guys, so I haven't even looked, but I'm facing Henry. Richard James or Curtis Samuel in the flex. Curtis Samuel. I think Mitchell James. I think Brandon Ayuk comes right on in. I had a shit of tequila. You shit your tequila out, Denny? Oh, that's too bad. I love my tequila. Working on my 4th Guinness. Okay. You had a shot of tequila. Do we have tequila at the house? No.
I think I drank them.
We don't have tequila at the house, but I wanted to owe you a shot, Denny, because you're ripping it. Hold on. I'm going to get you something. I'll be back. Hold on, Wolfpack. Whoever's here is just fucking chilling anyways.
We have the Jack Daniels and the Grey Goose.
No tequila?
No, I think we drank it all over the summer. We haven't gotten more.
I hate vodka. Fuck.
There's Jack Daniels.
I didn't see it. Do we have shot glasses?
Yeah, in my end cup.
Where is it?
It's on top of the fridge. Or is it down there?
Hello, Wolfpack. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Just getting some alcohol for you guys. Grey Goose. I hate vodka, but I'm going to have Grey Goose. So. For Denny Jennings. I don't have a chaser anymore. I love my beer. Oh, I hate vodka. Oh. Fuck. Oh, I got that, Denny. I got that. Kill that alarm. Duke Johnson, Edmonds, or Juju as a flex. Josh Vuglis. I think Duke. Cabot next to Henry's. Oh, so you were okay. You're not just some random that figure this. Okay. So you see, he knows you and he's never saying anything to me. I feel like we pull you on up and he's never told me he worked with you. Where do you guys work together, brother? Let's have a beer. Second Fiddle. Great choice. Love that double IPA. Please suggest a QB. MJ. Love it. Locke is not facing Miami. He's facing the Raiders. I'm not that drunk yet, but are you testing me? Cousins, Dallas. No. Dalton. Come on, Dalton. Smith versus Cincy. Who the fuck's Smith versus Cincy? We're going Locke all day, but he's facing the Raiders. Cheers, brother. My man. Cheers, Denny. You convinced me to take a fucking shot, so here we roll. Mitch from Kansas City taking that shot. Love it. Let's get it rolling, baby. Hang as long as you're live at work. Thanks 2 hours. Got nothing but time. That's my man. Crack that tequila. Oh, yeah. Rivers. Did you mention gluten-free? Second shit of tequila going down, my man. Let's go, Denny Jennings. You're the fucking boss. Pacini's. I remember Pacini's was the fucking shit. Wish you guys were still around. BYOB? Craig Sarno. I wonder if we've ever met like without knowing each other. I loved Pacini's. I loved fucking Pacini's, dude. I'm all in. Week 11. Not sure what you mean. Oh. That's what a shot of Grey Goose will do to you, MJ. So now we're looking at my mind was boggled there. Of these guys, so you have someone I'm guessing on bye for week 11. You're like, how do I prepare? Not Dalton, not Alex Smith. Locke. Let's keep Locke rolling. I think he's on the fire. I'm going Locke. Mitchell, I answered this for you. You didn't pay attention? I got you. Curtis Samuel, baby. Brent Ayuk's coming back. He's right in that. Richard James killed it, but that was because he was in the role of Ayuk that's going to kill it going forward. Cheers, Wolfpack. Second shit of the tequila going down. I take it easy, Wolf. Hopefully I see you Sunday. Eggs and kegs. We'll get them together, Denny. If you're going to crack them with me at 11 a.m., you show up at 11 a.m. and crack one. You know the Wolf will crack one right there with you. Maybe I'll even chug it on air for you, Denny Jennings. I love you. Thank you guys so much. Let's hope Henry. I love the fact that Foreman already scored. That's unbelievable. I got to go watch the game. Got to go do some site stuff. But you guys are the best, Wolfpack. Thank you so much for tuning in. Find all our stuff at RSJJournal.com. Breed and Feed Fantasy Wolves. Fantasy Fullback Dive is our podcast. Pave your path to 2020 titles. And we have an app. Download the app because you guys are the best. Grocery Journal in your iOS store. Come on and find us. Craig, you better. You fucking better. Live show. Craig Sarno. Love it. See you there. If you come live, though, you better have that blonde fro. If you show up at my house and you don't have a blonde fro, I won't know who you are. I won't let you in. We definitely are doing some beers, Craig Sarno. I fucking love it. All right, Wolfpack. That's why you tune in, because we fucking live shows. Cheers, MJ. Cheers. Drew Lock for you. Best of luck in week 10. Let's get these wins, Wolfpack.